It's the Premium Pete Show.
Yo, you remember how tough the grind was when we used to stop at White Castle, right? Put not one, not two, not three, not four, 5 different chicken with cheeses on the dashboard, okay?
Chicken with cheese, fish with cheese,
clam strips, right?
We do the slides. We do the classic slider too.
You think about that, right? That was after taping for hours of the Combat Jack show.
Yes.
You know, that we would hit up White Castle, as nasty as it was. Sometimes, you know, and go in.
Very nasty.
Yeah.
Very, very nasty.
You know, you would tell me sometimes you look back at the picture of me, which is floating around the internet, of me holding on to that chicken with cheese for dear life, knocked out.
You know what? You wasn't holding on to the chicken for dear life. We were sitting in the car, we were ruminating, we were talking about something, and all I know was that you were talking and you stopped talking. And I look over at you and you were asleep. And you were like literally mid-sentence, mid-word, because your mouth was slightly open and you had that chicken sandwich in your hand, and that's, you talk like an Italian with your hands. And especially when an Italian has food in his hands, that hand that's holding the food is moving around. It's punching the air. It's doing all kinds of exclamation things.
That's classic.
It's just popping all around the place. But there you were. You had the chicken sandwich in your hand, ready to probably stretch your hand out to make a point. But boom, you fell out just like a damn narcoleptic, like a dope fiend, man. Because that was your life, man. Was driving 2.5 hours to Jersey. After we'd rap.
First of all, internets, welcome back to another episode of the Premium Pete Show. Sitting here with my brother, Dallas Penn.
It's the Premium Pete Show.
Listen. You know what? We're gonna call this episode.
It's the Premium Pete Show.
Yes,
We're playing with the balls right now.
Pause to playing with our balls. Listen, you know what? We're gonna call this one. We're gonna call this one New Year's resolutions with Dallas Penn. Let me tell you, Happy New Year's, internets. And first of all, have you ever looked back at a year, right? You know how you say every year, you say, I'm going to have some New Year resolutions or I want to have a better year. Looking back at this year, are you happy of last year?
Yeah. Looking back at last year, I'm happy. Looking back at the year before, I think it's so weird for people not to be happy with a year that they made it through. Like, there's mad niggas. Like, maybe not a lot of motherfuckers of renown died in 18, but a lot of motherfuckers died in 18. All right? A lot of people died.
17, too.
17, 18, 16, 15. People be dying. So here we are in another year, another calendar year, starting it off, able to work again. I'm excited. I'm excited for the potential the rest of these months are going to contain. I really, honestly, low-key, I really want to dominate the fourth quarter of 19. All right? I want to be low-key for most of the year because motherfuckers are hating now. Hating is like one of the easiest jobs motherfuckers have right now. Like, motherfuckers
Explain that.
love
Explain
easy
why.
jobs.
Explain why you say that.
Well, I'm just saying, people just be like, well, you ain't got this, or, oh, that shit ain't Ralph, or, oh, I see in the background that your television set is only 33 inches, it ain't 55. Just being a contrarian is the number one job for a lot of sucker motherfuckers right now. And I hear that. I mean, it's an easy job. And people love easy jobs. So I want to be low key. I'm not saying I'm not running from hate ever. And if you want to hate, please come hate. But I don't want to amass crazy hate until the fourth quarter. I want motherfuckers to be like, yo, I could have hated this nigga early in the year.
No,
and now I waited, and now look at he's fucking flourishing. And I'm so angry.
Especially that, the quote-unquote budgets are open top of the year. They close into the fourth quarter, right? So when you start being able to get wins in the fourth quarter,
budgets are never closed.
No, but you know how people say, like, and we've been through that in the sense of over the years of being around.
That's gaffle. That's getting ganked. Premium
budgets are never closed, but depends for who and for what.
Budget. That's my point. Budgets are never closed. If you got some shit that's Poppington, people will beat away to your door. They will try to have that meeting with you, and they will offer you that money if they feel like they can make money. So let's never act like there's a shortage of money.
I remember
because first of all, Premium Pete, money is fucking a myth.
Yeah,
it's fake anyway.
It is.
Like somebody could just write you a check right now for Remember the $6 million man? The $6 million man. That nigga was in a plane that blew the fuck up, and his shit was all fucked up, and they fixed his ass for $6 million. Right now, the $6 million man, you gave a nigga $6 million, all he could get is fucking X-ray hearing. You can't even get the superpowered eye no more. You certainly can't get the cybernetic body. So they done fucked money up.
You know, it's funny, like Timberland, I remember speaking to them. And shouts to Timberland.
Fuck Timberland.
Yeah, I remember saying like,
no, Isaiah, my man, aka Backdoor, got on a fly pair of field boots.
Oh yeah.
You know, with the Vibram outsole and then actually Gore-Tex line. Those shits is fire. But otherwise, after that, fuck Timberland.
Now, you know,
in the ass.
Shouts to Isaiah. You know, it's funny because
Boof Timberland.
I remember Timberland saying, you know, I was talking with them and they had sent a couple of pairs to me, and I was like, yo, I wanted them to sponsor the Premium Pete live tour. And they're like, yeah, you know, it's the end of the year, you know, budgets are closed. But one thing I like about dude that I was dealing with there, he was like, look, unless Beyonce or Jay-Z collab is coming the next like 2 months, budget's closed.
Yeah.
And I was like, all right, I respect that. You know, I respect that, you know. And we kept it moving. But back to what you're saying, you know, even when you think top of the year, right, everybody has dreams of what they want to do, right? They say, I'm going to do this year. I'm going to stop smoking, or I'm going to change this. And, you know, another big thing that fucking drives me crazy is you see people saying, like, I'm going to get rid of toxic people in my life. I'm cutting people off. Don't you see people say that shit a lot?
I wish everyone that wanted to get rid of someone toxic would walk into the ocean. Like that would be one of the best things for the planet Earth.
Polar Bear Club?
No, literally walk into the ocean and just keep walking and walk till a fucking shark came and ate them, or they drowned or some shit.
No, you don't want that to happen.
I'm saying everyone that you know wants, like, you know, to remove their you know, like people that do excessive recycling. I hear about these people that be recycling and they be so proud of themselves. Like, I recycle and I take it and I recycle. And I'm like, you know what? Why don't you just kill yourself? Because then I don't have to worry about you drinking from plastic straws. And you don't have to worry about drinking from plastic straws. You'll be fucking dead.
Well, the turtles will thank them later.
Listen, the turtles will eat them.
Yeah.
They'll fucking go to the bottom of the sea. They'll become some kind of fucking waste that some kind of lower fish will eat. And that lower fish will get eaten by plankton. That plankton will be eaten by whales. Whale will take a shit.
Or a horseshoe crab.
A whale will take a shit. Turtle will eat the shit. Listen, they will return themselves into the fucking cycle of life. So anybody out here that's really concerned about plastic straws, walk into the fucking ocean. Just keep walking. Try to walk to England.
Have you ever had a New Year's resolution that you completed? You know, like that you said, hey, I don't want to do this no more. Hey, I'm gonna change this in the new year. You know?
I don't really fuck with New Year's resolutions. One, not via the Gregorian calendar. All right, because my New Year's comes around the time of the ancient Hebraic calendar, the ancient Sumerian Hebraic,
word of the day,
Africanic Hebraic, Canaanite. Okay, you know, around the time of Rosh Hashanah. That's when my New Year comes. And then when my New Year comes, I just say, you know what? I want to continue to be fucking Dallas. That's the thing. I don't want to really mess my mix up too much. You know, I don't want to add too much fucking salt to my shit. I don't want to add too much sugar to my shit. I just want my shit to kind of be consistent.
But I did see, you know, recently on social media that you were posting that you've been in your field for X amount of years.
Yes.
And that you were thinking of, like, you know, it's been a struggle. You've been in the architect field for many years.
Construction management, yes. And architectural services, yes.
Like, I don't know. I don't want to speak for you, and you tell the internet. But maybe do you feel stuck, or do you feel like?
No, I don't feel stuck. I mean, I've had tremendous accomplishments, man. Listen, I've had tremendous success. You know,
and you held the fucking job down for almost 30 years. That's not easy.
I've held 2 jobs down. I've been with private architects for 10 years, and I've been with a city agency for over 20 years. So, I mean, listen, I mean, I hold jobs. That's not, you know, I mean, what is a job anyway?
No, you're right, but
Journey of the broke.
But
but no, I'm never broke. Because I'm working.
Yeah.
And, you know.
And tell them why.
Work shit don't broke. But I just, listen, I've enjoyed my accomplishments, But at the same time too, I'm thinking like, yo, what do I want to do for the next 30 years? I've done this for 30 years. What do I want to do for the next 30 years? One, because I don't believe, Premium, that there is for my generation, there'll be the retirement that my parents' generation had. You know, where they'll collect a pension and Social Security and those set aside things. I don't believe that's going to be available to me. You know, I could be wrong. Maybe, you know, what do I know? But the way our country seems to be tilting economically, I don't think that's going to be available. I think I'm going to work, you know, until I'm dead. And that's fine. I mean, listen, I'm a working class person. You know, I don't expect to do anything but work. So, but I want to work on something that is super fulfilling to me. And I love film. I love telling stories through dynamic visual media. And that's moving pictures. Still pictures and moving pictures.
Documentaries,
you know, news stories, you know, based on fact, fictional stories, everything. I love telling stories because within the human story, within these stories is our humanity.
You know, when you were doing internet celebrities, you know, there was like comical clips and there was also like doc clips, like that one you did on the stadiums, right?
That was a good joint.
That is something that I could see on a Netflix.
That was I think internet celebrities was really in front of the web content creation
sure
arc, and you know, man, listen, I wanted to do so many things with that little collective. And, you know, timing is everything. Timing and personnel is everything. And I think one of the problems was, you know, my personality. And my personality is just so strong within a group sometimes. It's very, you know, unless, you know, it's easy to be intimidated by me.
So if you were in a hip-hop group, okay, I'm not going to even say R&B group. If you were in a hip-hop group and you were on tour, you're saying that your green room, your dressing room, you would have missed a couple of stops on the tour.
No, I'm saying that you know, I'm with the movement, but I'm also a bit of a director. I'm a bit of a director.
Is that your default, or
I mean to my detriment in some cases, yeah. In some cases, yeah, because again, like I say, if you know, if the personalities don't match right, and you know, you see this guy and he's like, hey, listen, man, do what I'm saying, it's intimidating. It's like, you know, ultimately though, when you do what I'm saying, the shit comes out right though, but still, it's still fucked up when somebody tells you to do what I'm saying. Particularly, you know, if you think you're smarter than me, you know, if you think you're smarter than me and you have somebody telling you to do, you know, to follow them,
sure.
That's a tough pill to swallow. But you know, that's my problem. That's my problem. And you know, so
will there be more internet celebrity videos? First of all, internets. If you never seen, sitting here with Dallas Penn, New Year's resolutions with Dallas Penn. If you never seen internet celebrities, I mean, go to YouTube, put in internet celebrities. You can see a bunch of different videos. Bunch of different clips. I mean, some will make you fucking really laugh, and some will be like, "Oh shit, wow, I learned something." But you're saying moving forward, 2019, probably not going to be no more videos.
Probably not going to be no more from the
group.
IC's collective. Yeah. I think we kind of ran our course. You know, I mean, we did good shit though, but we kind of collectively we ran our course, which is, you know, that's fine. That's fine. I mean, bands break up. And, you know, but they left something good that you could fuck with, and boom. You know, you wait for that, you fuck with that next band, or you fuck with that, you know, that next iteration of people that brings you something, you know. So, you know, for nostalgia purposes, it you know, you know, another 10 years, man, we'll have been, I mean, we put our first video out in 2006. So, what'll that be? I mean,
13 years.
Yeah. So 26 will be 20 years that we put a video up on YouTube. You know, I don't know what nostalgic value that's gonna have then. What Ghetto Big Mac will mean then. You know, I mean, in all honesty, let me tell you a funny story, Pete. And since my wife doesn't listen to this is great. So McDonald's has this 2 for $5 mix and match shit. So listen to the fucking junkie that I am. I'm a fucking junkie, all right? And I'm at a McDonald's on Atlantic Avenue and Vanderbilt Ave in Brooklyn. And it just hit midnight. Christmas fucking Eve. All right. I just, did a little swap with somebody, whatever, little handoff with somebody right on the corner of Atlantic and Vanderbilt. So I'm like, fuck it, man. I'm going to go. I didn't eat all day, basically. I'm going to go get my mix and match. 2 for $5, quarter pounder with cheese. Yo, the sign on the door says the dining area closes at 2, but the door's locked. I'm like, fuck, man. So I go to the window and I order the 2 quarter pounders. I'm like, dude, the door, you got to open the dining room. It says dining room is open till 2 a.m. And he's like, nah, man, we closing early tonight. And I'm like, come on, bro. Like it's fucking cold out here, man. He's like, nah, we close tonight, man. You want this shit or not? And I was like, give me my sandwiches, man. And I ate them shit standing in the. We've eaten at that McDonald's at that parking lot before.
Yeah.
When we were doing nuggets, but I stood right in the fucking parking lot and ate 2 sandwiches like a fucking junkie. And I said to myself, yo, I should fucking write McDonald's a letter like, yo, don't you know how I am that you can't let me in your dining room? I created the fucking ghetto Big Mac. Yeah. And I said, listen to this junkie talk right now. This is junkie talk. I'm gonna write a letter and crying like. You fucking fat junkie. Eat your sandwiches and go home. And that's what I did. I ate my sandwiches and went home. But that just lets you know how miserable I can be during the year also. I don't want to change that in 2019. I don't want to change that miserable state. Because every now and then I need that. You need that bottom.
I tell people if you're a good dude, one day out of the week you should be an asshole. I say that for the clear understanding of this. People get used to a person of how they move. When you switch it up on them, they're like, oh, shit, okay. Everybody, is not happy 24/7. Mm-hmm. That's not your problem to worry about. But at the same time, you can't move on somebody the same way at every time. Maybe the dude's going through something. I'm going to give you an example. When I was away, okay, you had to be careful when someone got off the phone of what you said to them. You never know what was going on. A lot of these dudes who were calling back home, somebody died in the family. Somebody found out that their wife was cheating on them. Right. Or they found out they weren't coming to visit them that week. Or they found out they ain't giving them commissary no more. Or they found out from their lawyer that they were about to go away for a long time. So it's like almost like, like a dude that you originally talked to and conversate with, on a good level. If you see him and you didn't realize he was coming from the phone booth, he may be ready to snap your head off. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. And, that's why I say one day a week at least, man. Because it's like people won't respect it, man. People will roll on you, and think that they know how to move on you all the time. And that's not the case, I'm not saying be an asshole, but kind of like, be a dick.
Yeah. But give yourself the space to switch your pitch up, too.
Sure.
So that you don't have to stay in that same box. Well, I'll tell you what, that's the unfortunate trend that social media puts on you. People follow, someone that follows 1,000 people, they follow you and they say, oh man, this guy only talks about Goodfellas.
Sure.
And or some theme that might be recurring in your public presentation happens, and they say, oh, this is what this person is. This is what this person represents. And, I try to switch my shit up often, but I end up, people say, oh man, I'm polo dude. I'm boot dude. And I mean, I've called myself boot guy. I've named myself that. I've named myself Uncle
self-proclaimed.
Sneaker. Right. So, I mean, I've kind of done it to myself too, but yes, I'm constantly desperate to break that box from people's mind. Yeah. I don't want people to think that they know what the fuck I'm about.
Yeah, that fucking bothers me. You know what? And I struggle with it a lot. I'm going to give you an example. Many years ago, somebody came up to me and was like, yo, you're Premium Pete, right? I was like, yeah. They're like, oh, yeah, you're that sneaker dude. Mm-hmm. And I don't know why. I think I told you this before, but I was like, yo, that shit bothered me. Because I was like, damn, that's all I am?
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that he knew more. Maybe he didn't. And he didn't mean nothing by it.
Right.
But it forced me, then we got into podcasting, got into, food world, all these things. It forced me to be so diversified that people couldn't figure me out.
Yeah.
For some reason, today, as I'm talking, I feel like even though I diversify myself, I still feel like you can't control, like you're saying, what people say, like, oh, you think, he's a polo dude, he's this. And a lot of it is because, look, I love social media, but I don't share everything, and it's crazy because sometimes I don't share, like, I'll give an example, like, I was like, I took a trip down to LA, jumped on, came back to Jersey, drove to New York City, and then drove back and was in Philadelphia the next day. All in like 3-4 days or whatever. That particular thing, I was so busy, and I didn't even take, anything of anything. Now, nobody would know. People would think, like, people wouldn't even know that I was, moving around like that.
Right.
And then, more importantly, even, like, I'll give an example, like producing or some shows, like, or helping out in some shows, or even the network, or helping them out, on certain things. If I'm not out here, like, yo, helping Loudspeakers Network, or yo, producing this show, people are just like, nah, man, you're just a podcaster.
Right. Right.
And it's not their fault.
No.
But
it isn't their fault, but you know what? But part of it is the fact that, like, listen, people want to feel comfortable putting you in a box anyhow.
Absolutely.
That just makes people comfortable. All right? Because if someone said, "Oh my goodness, wait a minute, hold on for a second, you do this, you do that, you do," then it becomes like, well, who do you think you are? Who do you think you are to have access?
Sure.
And have info and have an opinion, an informed opinion on all of these things.
Even though you have held a job 30 years, okay, working guy, and day out, right? Check this out. You also have been involved in so many different things. You ever get, and I get this a lot, you ever get where people's, and this is becoming not just me or you, it's becoming a lot of people. What is it exactly that you do?
What do you do? Yes, people say that shit to you all the time, Pete. And when someone says it to you in whatever kind of circumstance or whatever meeting someone says it to you, for me, that's a classist question. Somebody wants to know what you do professionally, because now if you tell them, oh, I work for the sanitation department. Oh, you're a fucking working poor person. Okay. Now I know the kind of information I can share with you. It's whenever someone asks me what I do, I don't care what the setting is. I don't care who the person is. I tell them my single answer is I tell them I mostly breathe oxygen. I do that all the fucking time because that's a classist question. And I know what they want, and they want to find out what rung they can put me on, and I'm not going to give it to you. Matter of fact, I'm gonna fucking explode your fucking box. All right, and shouts to any woman whose box I've exploded. Well, that would be nobody, but.
No.
You can't explode a box, Pete.
Yeah, depends what box you're talking about.
Listen,
UPS boxes, FedEx boxes.
All the universe is contained inside that. You can't explode
Some are
that.
tough. Amazon boxes, not so much, But, even when you think about where we are today, right, in this world that we are today, right, so many people are leaving their jobs, right, just leaving to follow their dreams. Now, I want to say something to people. It's not the best move if you don't think that out. And I'm going to explain to you.
Don't quit your day job.
No. Learn from this man, this right here. Your day job fuels your dream job. I say that all the time. He said it maybe in a different way, but that's where it's coming from. Your day job fuels your dream job. And people must say, but fuck, Pete, I want to go live my life as a fucking film director. No problem. Try and do both first, so you could do that alone. Look, Combat Jack Show, legendary moments. Maybe an hour's sleep, or maybe right to work. I dropped off Dallas at the house to go to work. I remember working a bread route. Dallas remembers. I had to change into clothes. I always tell the story, but I remember Big Daddy Kane was on the show, and then right after that, I had to run home. I'm sorry, not even run home. I had to close in my car, change in my car, and go in the bakery. I'll never forget, the dude came in and was like, hey, where the fuck were you? 10 minutes late. Go get the fucking semolina bread and put it on the truck. And I was like, yeah, I was just with Big Daddy. I was like, oh, who the fuck is this kid talking about? Premium Pete here. I had to check myself and say, yo, I got to pay child support, man.
Yeah.
I got to pay rent.
But you got to check yourself anyway and be like, you know what? The bubble that we operate in through social, through the internet, would make us think sometimes like motherfucker, you don't know me.
Yeah.
Like I told you, I'm standing outside this McDonald's at midnight, and I'm like, y'all niggas don't know the nigga who started the ghetto Big Mac. No, we don't know you. You're a fucking bum. You're a fucking homeless. Coming to the drive-through window, not in a car.
Yeah.
Not even on a bike.
Yeah.
On foot.
Yeah.
All right. That's what the crackheads do.
If anybody from into Interconnected Network seen you, they're like, yo, DP, what the fuck you doing?
Oh man, listen.
Yo,
I'm so waiting for the day that the internet see me lacking, and they film that shit.
Well, 2 a.m, at the drive-through as a person.
I'm just saying, any kind of shit.
No, I'm saying that would have been good film.
Pissing on the street, just doing whatever degenerate shit that I do. You know what I mean? And they'd be like, yo, DP?
Yo,
you fucking bum?
Yo, you know what's so funny about social? I seen some kid, and if he's listening, shouts to you, young homie. I was right by where I live in South Jersey. I was right over there, right? And it's crazy. I had to run in the bank, and my lady was like, because my son, Baby Premium, he loves French toast sticks from Burger King. So my lady's like, you go in the bank, I'm going to go on the line for Burger King to get French toast sticks. So boom, I'm in the bank, like 5-10 minutes. I come out, they still on the fucking line. I'm like, oh shit, this line is long as fuck. So I literally walk behind the car because it's a line, right, to go into my car in the truck. And somebody rolled down the window, oh shit, Premium Pete? And I was like, yeah, man, it's me. I didn't even know, I couldn't even see who it was. I turned around, he's like, yo, what the fuck are you doing out here? Yo, this is crazy, Premium Pete. And I'm like, yeah. And then my lady's like, I don't know, I guess like it's Chris, she's so burnt. It's like kind of like she's looking at
when people recognize you around her, does that frustrate her? Does that?
Yeah, because she's like, who the fuck are you?
Yeah, okay.
You's a bitch. You
was late on your child support, but nigga, fuck you. Like, yeah. Now I will say that my wife has been she's been very warm, to whenever I get spotted by somebody, by a friend or a follower that spots me on the street, and she's definitely like, she's actually into it now because she and I were doing a podcast for a minute.
Yeah, newlyweds,
Justin,
right? Newlyweds,
right? And so now, whenever she's out in public with me and someone spots me and spots us, they call her Chocolate Snowflake.
Yeah, CS.
Yeah, well, she bristles at I'm the only one allowed to call her Chocolate Snowflake.
Yeah,
everyone else has to call her CS. So I get in trouble when someone says Chocolate Snowflake. Like later on, I'm in trouble.
Yeah.
For that.
But it's also classic.
I'm in trouble because I didn't tell them, it's got to be CS. I'm like, listen, you cannot choose your nickname. You just better hope that it's not something that's super offensive. I don't think Chocolate Snowflake is super offensive.
No. Listen, the internet's, all the things, think about how many times people use Lost Jets, right?
Yeah, Lost Jets.
Or Rhinestone, what do they say, Rhinestone Buckle or Rhinestone Cowboy. But anyway, the point I'm making is I remember when we were on a boat, the boat party, it was me, Sean Price, Low Key Nat at the time, and this guy came over, Combat, it may have been a Kim, and this guy came over and was dropping a drink. And I remember Low Key Nat like, yo, what the hell are you doing? And then he's like, oh shit, Premium P, my bad. He's like, oh, is that Low Key Nat? And she was like, you don't know me. And then, but she heard me, talking about, think about that. And you know what? You made a great point before too about the bubble and social and how people, we get gassed the fuck up.
No, we shouldn't.
No, but some people do.
We shouldn't. I constantly fight that, bro. I constantly fight that gas. That's the gas I constantly fight. The gas I don't fight be the gas that comes through my bowelature. You should not fight that gas. That's bad to fight that gas.
Yeah, push it back in?
No, let that gas go.
Yeah, but sometimes, man, it's tough.
Let that gas go, bro. Trust me. You're gonna live longer. Holding that gas in, you're gonna fuck up your sphincter.
Yeah, you don't want that to happen. You're going to put preparation H all over the place. And you're going to have to get a CVS.
Premium Pete, man, what do you do resolutions for the new year?
It's funny that we even say this because I used to do it a lot, but they never really came true. You know why? Because I didn't put the fucking work in to do them. Because resolutions I was trying to do at that time were like quit smoking. And it was very hard for me to do until I finally did it. Like things I guess maybe
when you did that, you did that.
Oh yeah, cold turkey. And that was 16 years smoking Newport 100s.
Newport 1000s.
Yeah.
Internets.
Yeah, telephone poles.
Yeah.
And
the long bar.
Yeah, I'll never forget that first time I quit smoking. I mean, now it's like almost 8 years, 8 years. The first time I quit smoking, that first day, my fucking ears were red blood hot. I mean, I literally felt that I could put my hand through a fucking wall and not even feel it. It's how frustrated I was and kind of like hangry times 1,000. You know, like it was tough, but I
what was the motivation?
My daughter. I had told her I quit smoking, and then when she got older and older, she kept on pressing me. And I was like, man, leave me the fuck alone. The fuck? I'll buy you a couple of Bratz dolls. Leave me alone, you know? And she kept on pressing me. And then one day when, she turned around and she says, how are you going to tell me to do something when you can't even do it yourself? I said, excuse me, I don't even know what you're talking about. And she said, I've been asking you to quit smoking. You say every time, okay, I'm going to do it. Okay, I'm going to do it. And you never do it. But then you expect me to do something. I was like, yo, you're like 11 years old right now. I don't even know what you're talking about. But, when I dropped her off,
Put the pressure on you, though.
Yeah, put the pressure and made me quit, man. And it's crazy. Like cold turkey, like I can't even begin to explain how tough that was, But that's why I'll be honest with you. As you get older, and I don't know if you feel like this, but you kind of lose a lot of your, what do you want to call that? Damn, I'm having a blank right now. Kind of the things you do, you lose all your, and then crutches maybe.
Your crutches, or I was going to say, I mean, really, I think that's you sublimating, you pushing down your ego.
Yeah.
To a great degree.
Yeah.
To a good degree. And for you, that's the difficult thing. Because you are very ego driven. You know what I marvel at now, Pete? The Premium Pete Show is what now, 2.5 years old?
Yeah, at least
2.5 years old. And I remember when you were at a crossroads in your life, man, where you weren't working at that sneaker shop any longer.
Yeah.
And you had to go back into your folks' crib just to reset and recalibrate. And the humbling that was for you. That's a tremendous humbling. When that happened to me, man, yo, I swear to God, I remember like the third night or fourth night I was in my parents' house. I was in that fucking basement crying. I was crying, like, yo, legit crying, because I was like, yo, I remember telling my parents that they should go fuck themselves. And, I didn't need them or whatever. And here I was, after 10 years on my own, back in their fucking crib, in their basement. And they were like cool with it. They were like, yeah, dude, come on, man. Stop playing. What are you talking about? Like, we're going to say no to you? We're going to say no to our son? And I was like, fuck. I'd have said no to me.
But that shit, I remember talking to you distinctly on the phone. I remember, and I was like, pause to this, but I was on like, I felt like I was on my knees, like praying, like, damn, man, this is fucked up. And you're like, yo, just take the time to reset, figure it out.
It was fucked up. It was a tremendous humbling. It was a tremendous humbling, but it was the humbling that if people could take that moment and embrace that and use that shit to recalibrate and refine themselves, oh my goodness. You know what I mean? But you have to get on your knees. You get brought to your knees and you have to be down your knees and be like, yo, you know what? This is the fucking bottom.
Sure.
And you have to acknowledge that, because I think until as a person you can say, you know what, this is the bottom for me, then there's more bottom to go.
Yeah, I mean, especially as a parent. I remember being at a bottom as a parent is one of the most toughest things in the world I ever had to experience. And that's why, too, it's so hard, and I don't want to down anybody's dreams, but it's so hard to live your dreams. Like, you know, and especially in this social media day and age, like where it just looks good and easy, and it's not. It's a struggle. It's a struggle to, you know, to be a consulting. You know, it's a struggle to be a freelancer. You know, I always say you can make $25,000 in 1 month, and then you can make $2,000 the last 11 months. You know, it's you know, sometimes you don't know where your next dollar is.
I talk to Just Blaze about that all the time. Just Blaze will tell you that all the time. Just Blaze will go through a stretch of months where he's killing, then he'll go through a stretch of months where he is dry, and that is the ultimate struggle. But you see Justin, you be like, oh, Justin's the best. Justin's got it straight. He's out here working.
Yeah.
He's out here grinding to keep it straight.
Yeah. You know what? Let's take a quick break. We're sitting here with the one and only Dallas Penn. New Year's resolutions. Happy New Year, Internet. Listen, okay, I don't know how much longer you can say Happy New Year. There's got to be a cutoff, like the third week of January. You can't be seeing people in fucking April and say Happy New Year. But Internet, don't go nowhere. We'll be right back.
Hey, this is the ROXANNE, and if you want premium, and I'm not talking regular, if you want premium, you know it costs more, get on the Premium Pete Show. Please believe it, baby.
Internet, and we're back.
The Premium Pete Show with Premium Pete. Premium Pete Show with Premium Pete. Scratching my balls. Premium Pete. I keep going back to scratching my balls.
Yeah,
there's got to be like another. There's got to be another ad lib in that. Premium Pete Show with Premium Pete. Premium Pete Show with Premium Pete. We're eating pizza and doing shit that Italians do, like talking with our hands. Premium Pete Show with Premium Pete. Premium Pete Show with Premium Pete.
Forget about it.
Yo, hold on. Can I just tell people that I got a holiday card?
Yeah, come on.
From you, Pete,
yeah.
And I swear to God, man, I loved it to death. But the artist that drew you in the
tell
card.
them what it was. It was like a cartoon. It was a how do you say that, character?
Well, no, they weren't caricatures. There was an artist that drew your family, drew you,
yeah,
Low-Key Nat,
yeah,
Tristan, and Skylar.
Yeah,
on the card. It's like, happy holidays from my family to yours, and everybody looked on point. But you had your caricature, and it wasn't a caricature. It wasn't meant to be like a cartoon. It was meant to be you. It had an afro, and it looked like a black dude. It looked like you, Pete, but it was the blackening of Premium Pete. like you had full lips, you had like a little afro on, and I said, "Oh shit, this nigga Premium Pete is fucking Rachel Dolezal-ing right in front of my eyes. He's becoming a black dude.
Oh,
he has sex with a black woman." Makes a black baby, and now he's become a black dude.
Oh.
He's been working on this shit all his fucking life. Look at this.
Look at this shit.
He became a black dude, but no, it was a dope card, and I just laugh because the artist really captured your essence, Pete.
Yeah.
Your essence is a black dude.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, listen. I guess salutes for that. But I'll tell you one thing: during the holidays. As I get older, one thing I appreciate, I don't care about the gifts anymore. It's stupid because we spoke about it. As you get older, you start getting, the ties, the socks, the soaps, the fucking, you get things that you like, whatever. But I'll tell you,
I didn't get anything.
It's a hoopla. Well, that's cool. That's even better. You know why?
But I'm good with that
because the holidays for me, it's great. It's the excuse to get together with family.
Oh, no question.
The excuse to get together with the people you love. Or the excuse to get together with the people you don't always get a chance to fucking kick it with.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And eat and drink and bullshit is priceless. Not the fucking gift. Because, these kids, when they're young, they open up 1 gift, 2 gift, 3 gift.
Please.
Let me tell you something. I went over to my sister's house on Christmas Day, and my cousin was screaming. And my cousin's kid, and I was like, what's he screaming for? And he's like... She's like, there's no more gifts for you to open up. And he's like, I want to open up more gifts. and she's like, you opened up 10 gifts. Everybody gave you a gift. There's no more gifts. He's like, I want to open up more gifts. And I was, he was going crazy. And I was like, I was like, I got an idea. Why don't you rewrap everything that he fucking, and then fucking have him open up. And they're like, stop playing around, Pete. But the point I'm making is even from my kids, my Skylar, I remember when she was young, or Tristan now, they open up a gift. Oh, good. They go to the next one. They just want to open. So the joy of it's like, I just don't understand the idea of people going broke to prove to someone how much they love you.
I would love for you, At what point are you going to tell Tristan there's no Santa Claus?
Very soon.
Okay.
Very soon. Because you know what? I'll never forget one time I told my daughter when she was like 9.
Mhm.
Because my daughter had said to me one time, she said, Dad, Santa Claus treats me better than you. And, he gets me everything. You don't get me nothing. And as a single dad, I was not having that.
Right.
I was like, fuck that. I was like, yo, Sky, let me put this up on you. I'm Santa Claus. I was like, I'm the one getting you these gifts. And she's like, no, you're not. I was like, okay, watch. And I had to prove to her next year. And she transitioned almost already. She didn't believe who it was, but I had to let her know it was me.
Yeah.
It ain't no fucking guy running down the chimney.
I got to tell you something. I told a story like this on Talk Texture podcast that my father was like, you know what? Fuck this shit. Working class people, you're working too fucking hard to let somebody else get credit for your shit.
Yeah.
You literally giving someone else your publishing. Your holiday joy in publishing is and the white man getting paid off of all of that. So now fuck that, man. Take your credit. Take your publishing.
Yeah.
Like fuck Santa. Fuck Santa.
Yeah. I mean, look, the holidays are crazy. Even like Valentine's Day, right? The one day out of a year. Or Father's Day.
Mm-hmm.
The one day out of a year. Or Mother's Day. Like, listen, mothers are amazing people.
Yes.
It's not easy.
They have pussies.
Yeah. No, but I know.
And from that pussy comes a person.
No, I know.
And you say, what the fuck? This grown person came out of the womb. Not the womb, the wound. My younger brother calls the womb wound.
Why does he do that?
He did that shit as a grown man.
Mm.
He for his whole life he thought the womb was a wound, and it made sense to him because he was like, "Yo, this shit bleeds." Yo, he was a grown man when I explained to him, "No, this shit is called a womb." He was in his fucking 30s.
Yo, but check this out.
Yo, I love my younger brother. He's a fucking dumbass.
Shouts to his dumbass younger brother. Yo, but check this out. If I'm sitting there saying even Mother's Day, right, and how amazing. It is, for moms, it's not easy to be a mother,
No.
Think about it, right? But even fathers, right? Is one day the day you're supposed to celebrate them?
I mean, if you don't really fuck with him, yeah.
No, but isn't it every day?
If you don't really fuck with your father, then you would only celebrate him on one day.
Let me ask you something. You ever get into a fight with a girl that you were messing with the day before Valentine's? And I don't mean because you don't want to give her a gift. I mean just because you lived with her. And it just happened to be. The reason why I say that is because
I'm cutting bitches off, man, before Thanksgiving, bro.
Yeah?
You got to cut bitches off before the gift season. And the gift season begins if you go to Thanksgiving, then you are pretty much obligated to have some kind of gift. Because then you're just a rat bastard cutting them off around Hanukkah, Christmas time.
Yeah, you don't want to do
You got to chop that bitch like around Halloween. Really. Halloween, you got to be like, listen, things are not working with us. I really enjoyed the summer with you, but I can't fuck with you. I'm sorry.
Do you have any stories of people that like gave engagement rings and then wanted them back, or any type of prized possession that they gave that wanted to give them back, and get back? And
I'm trying to think, have I done that? I've probably done that. No, I haven't done that. No. I mean, who gives? No one gives an engagement ring and wants an engagement ring back. Right?
Sure, there are plenty of men who want that shit back. Yes.
What?
Yes.
How did you get to that point?
Well, when you get to the point of asking for anything back, shit is done fucked up.
I mean, listen. I've had arguments with my girlfriends, you know what I mean? But when you asking for something back, like you really like what did y'all said something to each other about each other's parents or something like that? Like, when you've argued with your girl, have you ever cursed her parents?
You mean talked about her parents?
I mean, like, say, like, yo, you just like your mother, a dumb bitch.
I mean, maybe not like that, but yeah, I've done something similar like that.
Oh, now that's
something I did. Something
that's
similar
hard. That's hard body right there. That's
now
hard
because
body.
let me explain something to you, internets. If you're in a relationship, first of all, let me explain this to you. Look at that woman's mother, because she will be a lot like that.
Look at that woman's mother. Look at that woman's father. Look at their parents.
Yeah. Look at their parents, because even no, the reason why I say the mother is because sometimes if a girl
and ladies, look at that dude's father. Find out if he even knows his father.
Yeah.
First of all,
yeah.
if he don't know his father, I'll be honest with you. That's problematic. He's gonna be problematic. He's gonna be a problem. He's gonna need a lot of hand holding. He's gonna be comparing you to his mom constantly. His mom's gonna be the best cook ever, and the truth is she can't even cook, and that's why dude left.
Yeah.
So he's just gonna be a problem.
Well, that's the problem about being, particularly from my experience, from being an Italian, kid with a mom. Like the Italian moms, they want to cook everything. They want to wash your laundry. They want to do everything for you. That they make it hard for you to ever really appreciate a woman because they do so much. You know what I mean? And in this day and age, like that's one of the things I remember. Even like when before I got divorced, I remember my mother used to be like, "Is she cooking tonight?" And if I got, I learned to like at that time I wasn't like a person who said, don't worry about it. No, yeah, she's cooking. Or even through a white lie.
Like I don't know the Italians' home life. I mean, any more than I really know, like like Latin Americans, like say Puerto Ricans. But do Italians, like the Puerto Ricans, do y'all inappropriately kiss your mom in the mouth?
No, not on the
tongue?
mouth. No, never on the mouth. Okay. Sometimes I've seen Spanish folks do that when I was growing up. I seen a couple do that.
Yeah.
But I never kissed my...
Spanish folks always kiss their mom in the mouth.
I mean some. Who
With
knows?
the tongue.
Yeah, I don't know about the tongue.
Kiss their mom in the ear.
No.
Stick their tongue in the mom's ear. It's a Spanish thing.
No. But Italians, we
Italians, y'all don't do that?
No.
Y'all kiss your dads in the mouth though.
No, on the cheek. On the cheek.
I feel like Italian dudes kiss their dad in the mouth.
Nah, never happened.
Once on the cheek, once on the left cheek, once on the right cheek.
Once on both cheeks. So,
once on the left cheek, once on the right cheek, and then once in the mouth.
I didn't get the memo.
No, you didn't get the memo, and we recording right now. Did you not see the sign that says on air?
Nah.
Oh, the nigga come with a bottle. They come with a bottle of what?
That ain't a bottle of wine. Get back out. Get back. Wait,
You got a
easy,
bottle.
bro.
You got a bottle.
Easy. Hold on.
Sorry. Yeah, I was talking about how much.
Damn, man, you fucked up the whole tape. Man. Hold on, man. Get out, bro. Get out.
A King. Super producer, exec producer,
Yeah,
A King.
yeah.
Just popped in to let Premium Pete know.
He didn't get the memo.
Premium Pete, get my shine box. Premium Pete, man. Premium
what's
Pete.
up? Talk to me.
Premium Pete, man. I was going on about this a minute ago. 2.5 years of the Premium Pete show. And I have to tell you something, man. Yo, you know who has got to be so fucking proud of you? And that's Reggie. Like when Reggie fucking kicked you in the ass and kicked you out of the nest. And that should hurt. That should hurt you so deep because of how much you loved the show and how much you loved putting this production together. But in reality, what he didn't say, but I bet he felt, was that, you know what? It's time.
Yeah.
It's time for you to do your thing. And once you started doing your thing, you've been doing your thing. And no one other than behind the scenes folks knows, people that produce the shit know the difficulty of it. All these listeners get to hear are you talking with people, interesting people, all kinds of different walks of life, all kinds of people that you connected with through the years. And all they get to know is that, man, listen, I can count on this nigga Premium Pete week in, week out to give me a podcast. They don't know what you go through to do it. They really don't. But you have done it to the level that Reggie would have done it. All right? No days off, no stopping, no easing up. All right? Forget all the other things that are circling around you. Because there's a lot of things that go on around you. There are a lot of things that could pull you to the side and make you be like, all right, you know what? I got to stop this. I got to go on hiatus. I gotta take some time off. But you've powered through those things. So I really think that Reggie is super proud of you when he looks at you. And he realized that was the best thing that he could have done for you, is to tell you to get the fuck out of here.
Nah, man, first of all, thank you for that. I think of I think about that, from time to time, maybe more often than I should. It's sad. It's sad because it's like, I remember when I sat down with Ice-T and he was telling me we were talking about age, and he was like, there's no age. Reggie's supposed to be here with us. You know, you go when you go. You know, it's not like, you know, there's people who leave us when they're 20.
Yeah.
You know, does that, you know, dictate, you know, will you live to 80? You know, there's no such thing as age.
Mm-hmm.
That's how he was explaining it. And when he said it like that, was powerful, you know, but, you know, you're right, because it's funny, now that I think about it, it's like you were there through a lot of the, you know, I remember calling you about that, how many times I called you, you know. Even Chris Morrow, man. Shouts to Chris Morrow, man. He listened to me a lot through that too. You know, all the fucking, like, I was angry, man, and he was, you know, he was.
You weren't angry, Pete.
I was disappointed.
You were hurt, Pete.
Yeah.
You were hurt. You were hurt, and I mean, rightfully so. Rightfully so, because you did. You gave your heart and you gave your whole self to that production. But to your credit, okay, you still had more to give. All right, you still had more to give, and I think ultimately, I mean, it was the best fucking thing for you.
Yeah.
It's the best thing for you. I mean, look at you now. You have a show with its own fucking logo. The Premium Pete Show.
Forget about it.
Yeah. I mean, like who would have imagined this? When you were at Premium Laces, smoking Newport 1000s, standing outside fucking Premium Laces, and even then you knew you wanted to get out of that fucking spot. You know, you knew you wanted to get out of that spot, and who would have imagined then that you were gonna get yourself out, and you were gonna stand on? You wouldn't imagine that. My point is, you would not have imagined that. Maybe someone else would have, but you wouldn't have imagined that.
You know, another thing that I appreciate that. Again, another thing I'm super thankful for is when I want to start the show, I want to start it with you.
Yeah.
And you were probably the most honest you ever been to me in your life. And I sit here today and I thank you for that. I remember you saying that you were like, yo, I can't commit to doing it every week. At that time, you just couldn't do it. You know what I mean? You and it gave me, but the way you did it gave me like, yo, go ahead and do it, man. And I didn't look back. You know, and we went through some, cycles of the show, and shouts to Miss Lissa. We had Miss Lissa on for a while, and then we transitioned, you know, into what I'm doing now. But you know, it's really crazy because it's everything that I really love doing with combat. Like, meaning, like, later on we started to meet a lot of people and not just have them on the show, but really fuck with them and become friends with them and build with them. And you know, and I think that's what I've been doing. Like, everyone I have on the show, like, it's not like just like wham bam, thank you, ma'am. And it's not really interview style. It's kind of like we just conversating, but we're building even outside of it.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't stop.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I love looking at your growth and looking at your movement, you know, from where you had been. And really, I mean, the thing about you is that you are such a fucking big baby sometimes. Like, oh, woe is me. But I swear, when you are pointed, when you are positioned where you have to do something, you have the resolve to do it. When you are positioned where you have to get it done, you will bitch and moan and cry about it and be upset about it, but you will ultimately get it done. And when you get to the point where you stop bitching and moaning and crying about having to do everything that you have to do, you're going to be even better.
That may be the New Year's resolution. Listen, 2019 Premium Pete Show, what we're going to do is we're going to sit down with more and more people. Okay, we're going to sit down with people from all walks of life. From, you know, people of startup companies, you know, that have sold for millions of dollars, to your favorite artist, to athletes, porn stars we're going this year.
Transgender folks?
Yep, absolutely. They can come on.
Salute.
You know, we're just going to sit down with people from all walks of life, and what I continually hope to do is...
People that can walk?
I mean, I don't know about that. And
well, I mean, that's a different walk of life.
I mean, you know...
You said all walks.
Maybe.
Don't be exclusionary.
Actually, there are... No,
Don't start being exclusionary now.
There are a couple of people that are very inspiring to me that have lost limbs. That are motivational speakers. There's a couple of mine that I want to reach out to actually. So it's funny you brought that up. But all walks of life, man, continuing to do it. We're gonna go back on tour, live show. We're gonna go back on tour. Man, we're gonna do a bunch of shit. And then personally, I just want to continue to grow. Continue to.
Do you want to add? Do you want to put this in the universe right now? That January 28th, the Village East Cinema is having a screening of the film Goodfellas, 35 millimeter. Internet, that's one of Premium Pete's top 5 dead or alive favorite films. January 28th. Look out, Premium Pete. Check Twitter, check Instagram. He's gonna do something, and it's gonna be an IRL, an in real life event. Goodfellas screening, New York City, January 28th. I'm calling it. I'm saying it right now. It's going to happen. Internets, get ready for it. Mark your calendars. If you like the film, if you want to see it screened how it was originally intended to be viewed. Not on Netflix. Okay, so you can't be home in your drawers watching it. You'll have to put clothing on. You don't have to put that much clothing on. I mean, it's the Village. But January 28th, Premium Pete. I'm definitely going to hang out with you for that.
Listen,
Goodfellas screening.
We're gonna announce more info about what we do. Maybe we'll do like a little bite beforehand. Show up at the movie theater. Provide some wine for people that night. Whatever the fuck we're doing, sitting there. But I'll have more info. And as always, if you want to connect with me, email me thepremiumpeteshow@gmail.com. Again, that's thepremiumpeteshow@gmail.com, or DM me at Premium Pete on Instagram. At Premium Pete on Twitter. DP, listen, what do we got to look forward to for 2019? We got Talk Architecture Podcast.
You got the Talk Architecture Podcast. More Talk Architecture Podcasts in 2019. You know what? Honestly, I have no idea, Premium Pete. I'm just happy to be here. I'm gonna go for more health in 2019 so that I can do more shit and see what the fuck happens. See what the fuck happens. But I really want to get Talk Architecture off the ground. It's still kind of like, honestly, it's still not really cracking yet.
No, it takes time. Time. But you got a good team, and as long as they continue to believe in the vision that you have, and that's only upward, it'll get there. And the crazy thing is not like, sometimes that happens, it's like a plant from the root to the fruit, man. Mm-hmm. And that's what you're doing. And as
you calling me a fruit?
Yeah, you're a fruitcake. You're a fucking fruitcake. But if you were a fruit, what fruit would you be?
I would want to be a mango.
Mango's a sweet.
Sweet and fibrous. Pineapple, good with the enzymes, digestive enzymes. Banana, I like banana. Banana's nice. I like citrus fruits.
Kiwi.
Kiwi's not a citrus fruit.
Okay. Oranges,
lemon, lime. Grapefruit.
Yeah. Grapefruits are good, but
tangerines, clementines.
Tangerines, okay, yeah, it's all good stuff.
Yeah.
It's I really hope that's one thing I hope I'm trying to, again, also myself, eat healthier this year.
Yes.
Even if I make fun of myself, but I gotta stop because no one's perfect. Internets, I always say this. People try to be, even myself, a perfectionist. We're perfectionists that are not perfect.
Don't try, Pete. Do it.
No.
Do it.
What I mean by that is I make fun of myself, say I'm half-ass healthy, but at least I'm half-ass there.
Yeah.
It's like I've been doing tons of more green drinks.
Good.
But then one day, I become a fat pig and just eat everything.
Well, I mean, listen. Allow yourself that space to be that fucking fast food junkie.
Yeah.
I certainly allow myself that space.
Yeah. Yeah.
Midnight, New Year's Eve.
Well, listen. More health, more wealth. Check out the Talk Architecture Podcast. Check out everything Dallas is doing. He's going to be hopefully running for president in 2020. We'll see what happens.
Hell no.
Internets, listen, Happy New Year. Again, this year, the Premium Pete Show. Stay tuned. Make sure you, you know what? I just gave you the email. thepremiumpeteshow@gmail.com.
It's the Premium Pete Show, gmail.com. Premium Pete Show.
You want to see a certain guest on the show? Email us. Okay? DP.
Internets. It's the Premium Pete Show. It's your boy Dallas Penn. Y'all catch him on the internet. Stop playing, Pete.
Health and wealth.
Yes, indeed.
Happy New Year,
yes,
DP.
indeed. Thank
Happy
you,
New
brother.
Year.
You too, brother.
Peace, brother. Internets, if you enjoyed that episode, I want you to email me at thepremiumpeachshow@gmail.com. Again, that's email is thepremiumpeachshow@gmail.com. Let me know what you thought. And listen, all my advertisers out there, all my big businesses, my small businesses, whoever, a friend, a store, you want to advertise on the Premium Pete Show? Email me at thepremiumpeachshow@gmail.com and let's get working. Okay? Make sure you subscribe, rate, leave a comment on all streaming platforms of the podcast. Tell a friend to tell a friend, and we'll see you next episode. CHEA.